Hi, I'm not good at this, but we're gonna try our best. There's so many of you here now. Like so many of you here now. Thank you so much for the outpouring of love with everything going on, and I really hope that you guys enjoy my channel and that I make stuff that interests you. Today, we are going to be kind of delving in further to some of the tomfoolery that goes on in this community with none other than Nostalgianomics. So, happy Friday. I hope you all had a great week. It's finally the end of the week, last day of working before the weekend. Let's get into it. Gosh, Mr. Nomics. What are we doing here? I found this channel from a recommendation from a friend, and honestly, what I have found is so incredibly appalling and quite frankly makes me a little sick to my stomach at how our community has changed. Seeing some of these video titles, things are not looking good. Time to sell. What are we doing here? Investing has destroyed the hobby. Well, evidently you're part of the problem.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
That's what it looks like to me. I don't know.
Welcome back to Nostalgianomics. There's no easy way to say this, so I'm just going to say it. You are all being bamboozled. You are all being lied to. There's a certain kind of individual out there that secretly wants the end of the world to come. They are wishing for Armageddon, and it's...
Who? I'm sorry. Who is wishing for I don't know a single person. Actually, I know a couple people that are probably wishing for Armageddon, but they're edgelords, and I'm not friends with them anymore for that reason. Very interesting way to start a video about Pokemon cards.
Market. A lot of people just want a crash to come, the everything crash. And whenever...
I wouldn't necessarily say that we want a crash to come. I think we just want the hobby to stop being inflated to the point that even little kids cannot open cards. You know, the children that the TCG is created for.
I'm going to show you multiple different situations we are seeing occur on the market right now, where we are having price appreciation happen on cards that everyone thought were crashing and are crashed. We are having multiple different items that got massive restocks and reprints, all starting to recover and getting close back to their all-time highs. And even some things that I've talked about literally in videos no more than about a month ago, where I, got creamed in the comments saying that I was, creating FOMO, I'm a shill, and all these different things or whatever.
Surprise, I don't have good eyesight. What really gets me here is the referring to Pokemon as a market. It's very clear that this guy sees it as only an investment. I don't think he enjoys the hobby in any sort of way other than the fact that he can make money off of it. Referring to it as a market is part of the problem here. It's part of the reason that Pokemon is so inflated and so difficult to find. And honestly, I'm gonna be real, sites like TCG Player have contributed to that. The same with grading cards and people hyping up everything graded. These are all reasons that we can't enjoy this hobby anymore. Making a video just to kind of prove people wrong and say oh, a crash ain't coming, baby, you're getting too hopeful. I think that there's something wrong with that. I think it's perfectly valid for people to feel hopeful that one of their hobbies will be enjoyable again. And it's truly just not as enjoyable anymore. I think making a video highlighting on how you were right and everyone else is wrong about, you know, the state of Pokemon, I think that's just kind of stupid.
Because the great thing about these markets are the facts, the price points, everything happening. It doesn't care about your feelings. Numbers just are. And the markets just are. And, you know, you can hate it. You can be upset about some of the things happening in the hobby, about product availability and price points and all those good things. But you can't deny the market and the demand that's still out there. So
It's not the stock market. I don't know who needs to hear that, but Pokemon is not the stock market. It's a children's game. Why are we referring to it as investments? Like, I think that genuinely might be one of the stupidest things I have ever heard. And I'm Gen Z. I hear stupid crap all the time. My generation practically invented stupid. It is a collectible market. People buy things, people sell things, we go back and forth. It's a business transaction. That's why there are card shops. But I don't get the point of idealizing it as some sort of stock market situation. I don't care if the cards have gone up 10 to 15%. There's no way to predict that. At the end of the day, it is in such a bad state right now that there is going to be a crash, quote unquote. There is going to be a point where consumers are going to stop buying. And because of that, the Pokemon Company, Nintendo, whatever you want to call it, there are going to be changes that either make the products more available or prevent scalping and the like. I think that's what needs to happen, and I think that's why they have done so many reprints of sets like 151 and Surging Sparks and, you know, having like the big Blooming Waters boxes. That's why these things are happening. It's because the market is so bad. They want people to have these products, but it's people like this who are like, invest, 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 that we're still like, it's like we're falling off of a cliff, dude. I mean, my binder, I made a video about my binder. I'll link it up here if I can remember how to do that. I created a video about my binder, and you'll notice in my binder it's not only my high value cards, it's cards that I genuinely enjoy. And I feel like the hobby has just gotten away from that so much. And I think that's it's so infuriating to me, is that it's all about the money now. Every single bit. Yes, it's cool to have high value cards. It's really cool if you pull like the number one chase from a set. I have one of my favorite cards is a Sylveon card. I don't remember which set it's from. I'll have to find it. I'll put it right here. This Sylveon card right here is one of my favorite cards of all time because she's like in a bakery. That card for me is like so special because I love baking and I love Sylveon. I don't care about the monetary value of it. I'm aware of the monetary value of it, but that's not the reason I wanted the card. I wanted the card because I just genuinely liked it.
as most people know, in an S&P index fund with compounding interest and dividends being reinvested, or even good mutual funds, right? You're usually going to double your money every 6 to 7 years. Okay?
This is correct.
Meaning, if you buy this box at $250, you need to double your money at least in the next 5 years for it to be more worth it than putting it in something like a fund or an index. Obviously, funds and indexes are considered much safer. They're obviously way more liquid, and they're not as risky as putting your money into children's cardboard, right?
Did y'all hear what he called it? Oh my god. Did y'all hear that? He actually referred to Pokemon for what it is. This guy just feels grimy, and I don't really have another way to put it. Yeah, I don't think I can watch any more of this. I think we should just talk about it. I'm so tired here, guys. I really don't want to dunk on someone. It's very evident this man is not a large creator. He's only got 30,000 subscribers. He's not making, mega millions off of his content. So I'm really hesitant to critique him too roughly, but this is possibly some of the most whack stuff that I have seen. Sorry, I'm trying to be family friendly. This quite possibly is one of the dumbest commentaries and takes on Pokemon that I've ever seen in my life. And if that's what you want to do with your money, that's fine. I get it. But at the same time, we really are missing the point. It's a children's game. Yes, I've got shiny cardboard. We've all got shiny cardboard. I mean, I have my little fat rainbow Pikachu from Vivid Voltage over there. One of the crown jewels of my collection. Let me go get the boy. I mean, this right here is one of the crown jewels of my collection, and that's why he gets this like pretty little decorated top loader. I did this myself. I understand it's an exciting thing, and I get wanting to spend money to own the product for your own enjoyment. I have done it. I've spent money for my own enjoyment. I think what really gets me is just the whole investing. I mean, it's not the stock market. Yes, there's value in it. So I am trying to master Vivid Voltage. It is very difficult. I've been at it since I started collecting 2 years ago and still have a lot more to do. It's not an easy set to find anymore. And because of this card right here, there are people that just have piles and piles of it stored up. I ran into a vendor that had several boxes, but he was selling them at like $250 a piece, and me being a normal person that's just in the hobby because she enjoys it, obviously I couldn't afford that. I have a friend that has a box at his house, down south in my state, and he told me next time he goes back to visit, his parents and his family, that he'll grab it for me. And I said, just let me know how much you want for it. Like, I'm making more money now, and like, I'll pay you whatever you want. And he goes, I mean, you can just pay me what I paid for it. I paid like $70 for it. Jose, if you're watching this, I freaking love you, because people in the hobby should be behaving like that. We should not be treating Pokemon like a stock market, because it's a children's game. Oh, I'm getting so mad. The fact that people can genuinely look at a children's game and go, put me down for that, put me down for that. I'm gonna buy all of it, I'm gonna keep it in storage, I'm never gonna let anyone enjoy it, I myself am not gonna enjoy it, I'm gonna look at sealed boxes, and maybe I'll sell it if it gets really good because I'm a money-hungry viper. That's the vibe I get from this. Let it be known, I do have sealed product, but it's sealed because I think the box is pretty. I'm infuriated. One of my blood vessels is like, I'm so infuriated right now. And I know that's probably what this guy might be going for. And I get it. I get it. But I just genuinely don't see how any good can come out of something like this. Good comes to, well, the cheaters and the snakes. And unfortunately, that's how our world is. I won't get into like politics or anything, but that's just how our world is. It's really sad to see the thing that I love fall victim to that too. I wasn't around Pokemon when Evolving Skies first came out. I did not see the insanity with that. I've watched videos about it, but I wasn't here. I didn't really truly get into Pokemon until 2023. So to watch something I love becomes such a toxic space. It's really disheartening. And I truly don't even have any other words to say other than that Pokemon is not the stock market. And to be treating it that way, you're a nasty, nasty person. And I dislike you very much. And if anybody's watching this and you're holding on to a bunch of stock of Pokemon, you're not going to sell it. You're going to keep telling yourself that it's going to get higher in price. You're not going to sell it. It's going to sit there and collect dust. You know what you could do? You could show up to a trade night, bust some packs open with some kids, and have fun. That's what I would do. I busted open some packs at a trade night that I went to, and there was this kid that was sitting next to me. He was so excited. And he kept asking me, he was like, "Can I have this card?" And I'm like, "Yeah, buddy, go ahead." I was like, "It's not one of my favorite Pokemon. You go ahead and you take it." That's what this hobby is supposed to be about, man. I'm sick of this funnel, rabbit hole, cliff that the hobby has just fallen down and taken a dive off of. It's exhausting. I have kids in my life that love Pokemon. I can't get them any Pokemon because people like this. You know, my nephew loves Jolteon. I pulled the coolest looking Jolteons out of my binder because that kid can have anything he wants from me. But to see the hobby becoming this, it's incredibly infuriating and honestly makes me sick to my stomach. Right, guys, and that's all the energy that I have to talk about that. It is incredibly difficult for me to stomach that kind of video just because I don't view Pokemon that way. I never will. Personally, I just think it's dumb to view Pokemon as an investment. All that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys liked me. I am so thankful for all of you that are here. And if you like the video, give it a like. If you liked me, consider subscribing. No pressure. And I will see you guys next week.